Welcome, beloved, to my diary. I'm Tatami. Here we do whatever I want to. And today I want to show you some of the pieces of that I guess I've added to my bone throwing set and also kind of try and practice on you even though I have no training, haven't read the book. I'm just going to try and go off intuition and see how I do. But wait, I wanted to let you know if you are a black person who follows African traditional religion or you are a person who practices ancestor veneration, I have a free PDF for you, ritualready.com. I'll put the link below, but you can get the paperback and the Kindle, I guess, technically on Amazon. But the thing with Kindle is I put the EPUB file also on the blog. So that file is supposed to be able to convert to Kindle pretty easily. At any rate, you don't have to pay for it. If you don't want to, you can print the pages you like, use it for your circles, upload it wherever you want. Please spread it as far and wide as you can because Sankofa Ancestor Shrine is the, I guess, shrine church that I created here on YouTube from a sacred sister circle I used to run, and I'd like to spread that message to other people who are following African traditional religion, hoodoo, conjure, etc. The other thing I want to say I've been doing recently, the 2021 spiritual planner is going to be so much better than this, y'all. I can't even explain. I was really proud of this one, especially for how little time I did it, how little I really knew about making planners. Um, I thought it turned out pretty good, but then, despite nobody leaving a review that offered any sort of critique or sending me an email, which are both super easily accessible. Spiritual Black Girls Instagram has it, the Facebook page has it, the ritualready.com has it. Nobody sent me any critiques like I use this, I didn't use that. I'll just have to wait until it's more popular, obviously, to get that kind of information from people who buy it, whatever. At any rate, enough people purchased the 2020 spiritual planner that I went ahead and collaborated with a black artist, a black woman artist. Obviously, this is spiritual black girls, y'all. And this upcoming 2020 spiritual planner is going to feature Mother Maiden Crone by, I want to say it's KT Infinite Art or Infinity Art, something like that. Y'all will see it absolutely eventually in the blog, on the page, etc. It's a Mother Maiden Crone, but like black women, which you rarely see. And I just thought it was so appropriate. I had a few other choices of art. I was super tempted, y'all. She has this picture that's like The Craft, the movie, the original, but with black women, but like famous black women. It's so amazing. But I decided the Mother Maiden Crone really went with the theme. I think there's just not enough things out there that feature older black women who are spiritual, who do African traditional religion. I just feel like I need to fill in that gap whatever way I can. And just the idea of being able to, in some small way, even just through 1 year's free planner. Last year, I just sprung the project on people and people really ran away with it, bought it, shared it, spoke about it to others, not really to me, but to others. And I know people are expecting it for the next year, and I don't want to disappoint, and I want to give them something that they want to invest in. So not only did I get a cover from that artist, I got like two or three coloring pages. I think it was three. Thinking back to how much I paid her, I'm pretty sure it was three. So that's amazing. And then not only that, but I really just did that spiritual work about where I was in my own journey, and I changed up the planner from being a weekly thing with like the days just lined up Let me see if I can show. Just lined up one after another, and just a very simple design. To I put a little more intricate of a design, and then I also included, you know, the moon, checking off your prayers. I'm going to include checking off cleansing and spiritual cleansing, both of those in like a weekly checklist. There's also at the end of this planner, I put like an ancestor study, and all I did was leave a blank page with an ancestor that you could research name at the top, and I'm sure very few people did that. I didn't even do it, but I also know those ancestors, which is why I put them at the top. I've done that research before, not written it out, but you know what I mean. And so this time I'm going to write it and put it in one ancestor for each month. I'm researching each one to make sure there's enough information to have at least one page. I'm also doing the like I said, it daily instead of just having it's more weekly is the last year's, but this one I want to be more daily so you can check off, you know, writing off something that you're grateful for every day, writing off something that, you know, having a prayer of the week that you can recite or reciting your own, you know, water and blessing your water. I want to do all those things. So basically, yeah, I have a lot of things to cover in this thing. Actually, I want to make sure I write on my list to do the blessing the water thing because I don't think I did that yet. Okay, final part of my update. I'm really excited because I took a course with Big Liz Conjure, who's coincidentally who I got the bone throwing deck from. And she was talking about candle making. I considered briefly getting molds and wax and trying that out myself, but I just didn't really feel like I wanted to put that money into that. And then cleaning house from where I rent, I found a few molds. This one's the pillar mold, but I found a few other good ones. And they're good in the sense to me that they have rounded tops. So when they melt, the wax melts, it will melt out as opposed to concaving in on itself, which is not really the ideal candle to be reading if you read wax. So that's just the type of candle I'd want to be making for myself and potentially others later. So this is very cool to be able to try out because I found the wax and I found the molds so cheap to start, right? That's like free.com. And so I think I actually, it's not really free. I think I need, unless I don't find them, I need to find, you know, what are they called? The wax, you know what I'm saying? The thing you burn in the middle of it. What am I talking about? Oh goodness, I'm not going to even care to stop and think about that. At any rate, I want to show off briefly. Big Liz Conjure has every couple times a year. She offers a course, a wick, that's the name. A wick. I think I need to buy wicks, obviously. But other than that, I have everything else here. I have all the pots, etc. I'm really excited to try that out. So at any rate, Big Liz also, she not only offers her Hoodoo 101 through 103, which I found very interesting. I want to offer a review for that. I give it the, you know, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, whatever, because it's just so helpful when you have an elder, a learned elder who can give you the information versus you, you know, combing through the internet, combing through the archives, combing through the content to find, you know, what your intuition understands to be correct. And I felt very affirmed taking her classes, but I also was like, this needs to be in church. We need to have church that offers this. Not church, but you know what I mean? We need the shrine. We need the Sankofa Ancestor Shrine. Follow there on YouTube. Okay, so at any rate, first I want to show, I purchased the bone reading kit and I added a charm divination kit that I had already made to this. So mine's really full and I'll be clear what things are mine and what aren't, you know. And it came with a, you know, whole page about like how to do the readings. Michelle Jackson is the person who teaches that class, makes these kits. She wrote a book as well called Bones, Shells, and Curios, which you can get on Amazon and, Barnes and Noble, a bunch of other types of places. So when you buy it, I don't know if this was just mine and this isn't always, it's just what they have available. It made me laugh out loud to get a Crown Royale bag. Just because, black folks use these for everything. This is like the junk drawer, but also, things that matter. It's like a purse, right? It's like a free purse. So I laughed out loud to see that. But it also came in a bag like this, which I presume is the usual bag that this comes in. My curio kit I made, my divination charm kit I made this altar cloth, this small altar cloth for it. So I was going to go ahead and pull some charms for you, beloved. And we'll see how well I do interpreting it. Let me know if you interpret something else. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm going to... Oh, okay, perfect. I'm going to see if I can put this down a little. And looking at it, I already feel so in over my head, but I love it. I haven't had a divination kit in a while. So at any rate, interestingly, nothing I pulled is from my original deck. This is all things that I just recently purchased. So let me see my handy dandy notebook. This is supposed to be you. This I know is you. And I also know that the circle means anything inside it is important or near it is important. And so we have two bones. We have this dove that's directly, its nose is directly on this bone. And then we also have the cowrie shell, but the feminine side, the opening, is down. So it could be masculine, it could be something else. Let me look into this. I'm gonna pause the video so it's not too long. Okay, so I was right. I'm definitely in over my head, but we're gonna try and do this anyways. So, we have the person, which I know, and we also have the cowrie, which can be like people, currency, the need of other things is what I'm thinking because, okay, so here in the bracelet of things that matter, the ring of things that matter, we have this thin bone, which I understand to be a rib bone. Um, Let me look again at this paper real quick. Okay, so it's a mink rib, which is, the constriction or support or protection. I believe for you that this is more of a protection sign because the cowrie can resemble people. And we also have this bigger bone here, which is the bobcat foot bone. And so this is somebody who's independent, all of these things. So this is a person because this is independence and all these things. I believe that this is just a reminder about the need to absolutely ask for help from others, reach out to others, build community, as well as, do it in a peaceful way and understand that it benefits you. Ultimately, you're somebody who could use help, who could use people working with you. And a lot of times we can feel like we need to be independent, like we need to do it all ourselves. We can't rely on other people. We can't be in debt to other people. But the reality is humanity would not be where it is in life today if we hadn't worked together. I know a lot of people really say like it's human to be selfish, to, kill, steal, all of these things. But the reality is, without our societies wherein we work together, follow certain contracts and rules, we wouldn't have gotten as far as we have in society. Scientists have proved this. So don't feel ashamed that you may need to ask for help, rely on others, create partnerships. consider it a strength. This is something that people can do deliberately that other animals may just have to be driven to wait until the last moment, all of these crazy things. But you can choose to do it before it gets too desperate, and you can understand when you do have others to rely on. And, being wary and wise is very important no matter what. But do remember that you have others to rely on, and that sometimes, honey, you need it. You need others. You can't even deny it. It's not just about making it easier or being lazy. Sometimes you really do need others. There's no weakness about that. That's a human thing to work together. All right, thank you so much for indulging me in this video. May your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads, and I will see you next time.